Hey everybody, I'm sitting here in the middle of a Russian consulate and in front of an Eyefinity setup with Shane Parfit from AMD. How you doing, Shane?
I'm doing great.
Like really? For real? You're doing great?
For sure. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, this event.
Yeah, what kind of event is this?
So this is a press event for 1C Company, and they're here showcasing all their latest titles, and we're here showcasing our ATI Eyefinity multi-display technology.
And see, what's interesting to me is that they approached you about a month or so ago to be a sponsor for this particular event, AMD ATI, and none of their games were Eyefinity enabled. How long did it take them to convert the library that we're seeing here tonight?
Well, a lot of the games work out of the box, but they could have been better, so they were able to very easily in a month make the minor tweaks that were required to make these games look really great on multi displays.
And speaking of displays, what we have behind us, this isn't even available yet.
It's almost available. This is the Samsung 6 display setup from Samsung, designed specifically for Eyefinity technology. You can see the bezels are very thin. There's a single stand. The monitors click together perfectly, so there's no gap between the bezels, and it just looks amazing.
But see, the genius of Eyefinity, though, at least from my understanding of it, not working for AMD or ATI, is that you could connect it to any monitor so long as the video card is Eyefinity enabled.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's very flexible in the kinds of monitors you can attach to it and how you set them up. You can set them up in 6-panel configurations, 3-panel configurations, and a variety of landscape and portrait orientations, and that's all configured in our driver. And there's just so many ways you can use it.
Now, a lot of products, come out of a need, but where did Eyefinity start?
So it started from requests from customers, actually. So some of our OEM customers were requesting many more display lanes in our graphics chips. They wanted a laptop that could have 3 outputs on the side of it and go into a dock that had 2 display outputs from the dock and also drive the panel. So we thought, okay, well, maybe we can provide that for you. But since we have 6 display lanes on the chip now, what other things could we do with that technology? And then all these other ideas came of that. And while we could stitch those displays together, make them act as one, and what could that application do in the future? And eventually with many displays, and if it keeps developing, it could lead to sort of holodeck applications and multi-display applications with super high resolutions at high definition, and that's where kind of it all came from, and the vision of the technology.
When I've explained it and demonstrated it for people, I've got my own Eyefinity setup. Thanks guys for sending that along. It's been great. They see it and they say, well, it's just multiple monitors. But I try to explain to them, well, yes, there are multiple screens, but the operating system, as you've written the driver for, sees it as a single large surface.
Right. Yeah, that's right. So the driver does most of the work, stitches the panels together. It exposes a single monitor at a very high resolution to the applications. So most games work right out of the box. They just have to pick up that higher resolution, and most of them will render to a wider field of view. So in most games, you're actually seeing more of the game. So in driving games, you're getting this peripheral vision. You can see around corners. You have those side windows that are your side monitors. In zombie shooter games, you can see the zombies coming at you. They can't sneak up on you from the sides. It's like there's, it's really great in its application that way.
It's the periphery of it, and some games just aren't multiple monitor enabled.
Right, it's just immersive that way. Just having it's a more natural way of looking at the world, for sure.
It really is.
Peripheral vision.
Well, most of us do. Yeah. I can see out of the side here.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we can provide that in a game. And yeah, like I said, it's one big monitor, one big resolution, and the games you'll see more of the game.
It's not just the games too. I mean, when you pop out of the game, you're assumedly running Windows at this point, or
right.
Linux.
Yeah, so for productivity applications, most applications, again, will have no problem supporting the resolution. Applications can maximize to the entire, display surface of multiple displays, or you can run them all as independent monitors and extended monitors, and applications can maximize to each different display, and you can have multiple applications running in different displays at a time.
So I'm going to ask you possibly to step outside of what you can tell me. What's in the future for Eyefinity?
The future for Eyefinity is, bigger resolutions, more display configurations in terms of, the number of displays and also, asymmetric type display resolutions. Currently in the first generation of the product, we support, all the displays have to be the same resolution and at the same orientation, but in the future we want to do a lot of different, make it more flexible, more displays, higher resolutions, and just more flexibility.
Well, it's something that I kind of take for granted, a multiple monitor setup, since I do a lot of productivity stuff, whether it's email, browsing, social media, it's working. Not to say that playing games isn't that much fun. Are a lot of gamers, though, as hip to having multiple screens already?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the response we've gotten from the gamer community has been very positive and overwhelming, and more than we ever expected. I mean, we've had people call this the next revolution in 3D gaming, because it just provides a whole new experience that wasn't available before. And so gamers have given us such great feedback. They say it's awesome, it's amazing, I want it, I have to have it. And so they're already onto it, the enthusiast gamers, and that's starting to trickle down into more mainstream and casual gamers.
So how many screens do you have, or I guess monitors do you have on your desktop at work?
I have 5. So I have a 5870 Eyefinity 6 edition in my setup at work. So I have a 3x2 landscape display configurations for 3 16x9 monitors, and those are flanked by 2 4x3 monitors, so I can have peripheral information or some TV going on in my peripheral vision as I'm working on my spreadsheets and PowerPoint and email. So it's pretty sweet and fun and very productive.
Yeah, I would say, do you find yourself getting work done? Okay, I guess we're going to wrap it up because the PR guys are kicking us off. So anything else you want to tell everybody?
Yeah, no, it's just really fun. We encourage everybody to try it out. If you get a chance to see it, we're in store at any end cap displays. It's really great. It's immersive and